Hello everyone who is ready for this game to get underway. This is an absolutely massive game in the Arab Cup, an absolutely massive game between two sides very, very close in the FIFA World Rankings. You have Palestine 98th in the world, Jordan 91st. Both competing for a place in the quarterfinals following an okay group stage so far. They've not set the world alight, either side. Of course, both sides getting to this tournament through qualification, neither a direct entry. Jordan being awarded entry to the competition due to South Sudan pulling out, which is entirely fair enough. And Palestine slapping Comoros 5-1, which is a result that almost shocked me a little bit, to be fair. I think Comoros are not a bad side at all, so for that to be a 5-1, quite incredible. Both sides, though, well, drawn in what was on paper a particularly tough group. Morocco, Saudi Arabia, Jordan and Palestine, certainly not an easy group. But, as we mentioned in our tournament preview, which is still on the channel, you can go and watch, Morocco, it's their domestic side. It's not the full strength side, so players that play outside of Morocco can't play in this team. However, they've still looked very, very strong. Saudi Arabia, we wondered if they would bring a full strength side. They elected not to, which is perfectly fair enough given that they are still on the brink of World Cup qualification through the AFC. So unsurprisingly, they've not brought a particularly strong team. So the results have gone as follows. Palestine, a very tough result, a very big result for Morocco's domestic side, 4-0 in the opening game. Saudi Arabia then losing to Jordan, which surprised probably a lot of people, but as we've said, that Saudi Arabia side not the one predominantly competing in those games. Jordan then played Morocco and they too were 4-0'd. So, you can view that however you want. You can view that as both sides being kind of equally good on paper. Palestine then played against Saudi Arabia and were leading until the 81st minute when Al Hamdan equalised for Saudi Arabia. And what that's done is it's brought what will be a very, very interesting final game. Because we have Palestine on 1 point, currently bottom of the group. They play Jordan, who are in second place and currently going through, who are on 3 points. Saudi Arabia in third take on Morocco at the same time as well. But I suspect it will be let's say 2-0 Morocco, something like that. It depends really if Morocco want to rotate and give other players a chance. They're already through, which gives Saudi Arabia a hint of a chance. But I still expect Morocco to win that game, which means it's all down to this one. And the sides outside of the top 90 in the world can make the quarterfinals of the Arab Cup, which would be huge for both nations. And I'm excited about how this one's going to go, to be perfectly honest. There's about 10 minutes left till kickoff. Jordan haven't technically scored because they were awarded the qualification game, as I said earlier, against South Sudan. And then against Saudi Arabia, it was actually an own goal from Al Dosari to give Jordan that lead. So it will be really interesting to see whether or not what Jordan have got in the tank from a goal scoring perspective. It will be really, really interesting. Palestine, on the other hand, Rashid scored for them against Saudi Arabia. They've not looked bad at all. They didn't even look bad for large parts of the Morocco game. I think the second half was really where things sort of fell apart a little bit. No disrespect to Palestine there. And it will be really interesting. Daniel, thanks for joining us in the chat. I am from the United Kingdom, which means for me, the kickoff is at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. And as you can see, despite it being 3 p.m. in the afternoon, all the blinds and curtains are closed because the weather here is horrendous. So the game played in sunny Qatar is very different to the conditions here. Very, very different. Obviously I won't be able to show you. It is chucking it down with rain. But that's what we love here in the UK. But we are a channel dedicated to talking about football from all over the world. This tournament is absolutely massive. It's now got FIFA sponsorship, of course, which is fantastic for the region as well. I think the World Cup in Qatar next year is going to be huge for this region. And I really hope that the Arab sides, not necessarily in CAF, but more in the AFC region, I hope that the Arab sides can keep improving, because we've seen Africa now really is dominated by these North African sides. Algeria, Morocco, Tunisia, these are sides and Egypt, of course, who I missed off that list, consistently getting good results. I personally believe Algeria are the side to watch out for throughout this whole tournament. And I hope that can continue, and I hope that sides in the Asian part of the Arab region can start to improve. I don't think they'll quite hit the heights of a team like Iran, who are, a really, really good side that regularly compete at World Cups. But we've seen Saudi Arabia now. Hopefully they can make the World Cup as well. I'd be very surprised if they don't. And hopefully this tournament for the Arab region really just elevates it. And I think the fact that FIFA now sponsor it and it's on FIFA TV, I think that's really, really good, and it shows all the signs of this part of the world being taken a lot more seriously now in world football, which is fantastic. I hope that you've got 2 tabs open. You've got one with me chatting away about the game, and I hope you've got the other one eyes fixed on the game as it happens. Let me run through the teams then for both sides, starting with the home side of Jordan. Layla in goal, Hashish Al-Arab, Hakal and Nasib making up a back 4. It will either be a 5 or 4 in midfield. Zuraik, Abdul Rahman, Al-Rawabed and Olwan, with Bakhit and Dabur up front. The Palestine side probably is going to be a 4-4-2, although it could be a 4-3-3. Kadura, Saleh, Badari, Hamed, Khalil, Abu Wada, Rashid, Karub, Sayam, Saleh and Dahamshi as well. It's good to know that the weather is also bad in Spain, to be honest, Daniel. It does make me feel better, so thank you for joining us, even if it's just to let me know that the weather is bad in Spain as well. The game about to get underway, the sides getting ready to walk out. Must say, we talk about lots of things on the channel. One of the things is football shirts from around the world. I've actually done a Palestine shirt review as well. And both these sides got really, really nice, crisp, clean shirts. Of course, if you're not from the region, you might be confused about which side is which based off the flags. 2 very, very similar flags here today. And it's similar for a lot of sides in the region as well. Sudan, of course, have a similar flag too. But make no mistake, these are 2 very different sides. The style of football I expect to be different. Speaking from a tactical perspective, what I will be really interested in is how Palestine approach this game, because Jordan, for all intents and purposes, they're almost through. I know that that's a huge statement before the game's even kicked off, but if Jordan draw, they'll probably go through. So I can't see Saudi Arabia beating Morocco. I just can't see it. Due to the fact that they've obviously brought that inexperienced side, which is, again, completely fair enough. But so from Jordan's perspective, do they sit back? Do they allow Palestine potentially into this game? Or do they simply, just from the get-go, go out and attack and just try and win the game? If Jordan go out and win this game, they'll go through second in the group, which is fair enough, but they won't have to stress at all today. Palestine, of course, they must win it. A draw will not be enough for Palestine. Palestine aren't a bad side at all. Both these sides have had their main real test against Saudi Arabia because the Morocco game is a bit of a free hit, isn't it? So it'll be really, really interesting. Where did I buy all the shirts? Well, Daniel, there is a site, I'm sure that they could deliver to Spain as well, called Classic Football Shirts. I say that with a caveat. I've got most of these football shirts here from classicfootballshirts.com, all one word. Absolutely phenomenal website. But a few special ones that you can see up here on the on your, is it on your left hand side as well as mine? It should be. The Marvin Hamilton Sri Lanka shirt. That was actually provided to me and to us from Marvin Hamilton himself, the Sri Lankan midfielder. We do interviews and all sorts on the channel. We're hoping to get players from the Arab region on the show as well to come and speak to us about their experiences. We have the Palestine under-19s goalkeeper who will be coming on the show in the new year as well, which we're really excited about. In the middle, Billy Forbes, that's his shirt from when he played for Austin. That's a signed shirt for me. I'm a Turks and Caicos Islands fan myself, and Billy Forbes is a huge part of that side. And on the right-hand side, the Bambang Pamungkas shirt was a gift from my brother, actually, to me, who's the co-presenter of this channel on DNQ. And we love sides from all around the world, and this fixture's no different. We've not actually done a watch-along before, but I looked at this fixture, and these two sides, both outside of 90 in the world rankings, and I just thought, this is exactly what this channel's about. You know, talking about these teams, talking about sides that don't get the representation that they perhaps should from all around the world. I'm really, really ready for this game to get underway. Just a few moments away from kickoff. Both sides now have completed their national anthems, and we're pretty much ready to get this game underway. The lineup's coming out now. Is this different to the lineups that I said? No, yeah, similar. So it does look like it's going to be a 4-2-3-1 for Jordan, which gives them a bit more of that defensive resilience that they'll be hoping for. Of course, one thing they'll need to cut out, if they do go for this game and if they do try and attack, they'll need to prevent Palestine's counter-attacking capabilities, which we've already seen in this tournament. Not to much avail, but they did at times put pressure on Morocco, who are one of the stronger sides in this tournament, of course. We can see Badari there, along with Abdul Rahman, setting up and ready to go. VAR in this tournament as well. Drop a message in the comments section. I'd love to know your views on VAR and how it's been used in this tournament so far. We watch football from all around the world, and certainly one thing that we've seen is in the AFF Suzuki Championships at the moment, they're not using VAR, and it's not going well. Apologies if there is a slight interruption to the stream at any point. There is, of course, a lot going on this end. Lots of people watching the game live. Over 1,000 live views on the game itself, which is fantastic to see. Absolutely fantastic to see. Just sort out my screens so that we're ready to go. Get us up on two screens. If you are watching, I don't want you to miss out on the game. I want you to watch the game on one screen and watch us speaking about it on the other. That's what I want. That's the goal for this. And, you know, do drop a comment. Let me know what you're thinking about the major decisions in this game as we progress. Any predictions? Daniel, you've been in the chat. What do you predict for this game? How do you see this one going? I think a lot of people will suspect that Jordan will win this. And they get us underway. And as we see more and more from sides now, they go long from kickoff. Quarter final up for grabs in this one. Palestine's first touch with the throw in. Doesn't look like it's going anywhere. And back to the goalkeeper for Jordan. Jordan playing from right to left in this game. Looks like high press, high intensity from Palestine, which isn't unexpected. I suppose there's an element of tactical play which says, if you're Palestine, get the first goal, put Jordan under pressure and make them have to react. Because at the moment, Jordan don't have to do anything. Jordan could pass it around their back four for 90 minutes and probably still progress. And Palestine will know that. So I'm not surprised by the high pressure. They go long. It's one back. Few loose touches, few loose passes from Jordan. Perhaps some nerves starting to show. Back to the goalkeeper once again. An interesting start to this game. Only 90 seconds or so in. Jordan sweep it forward. And now they get the ball under control. And have they broken the press? They go out wide. Fullback overlapping and the ball is played to him. It's a chance for Jordan to get the ball into the box. Not fully cleared as yet. Still half a chance here for Jordan, who have got themselves into a good position early on. And win themselves a throw-in high up the pitch. So it's a good start for Palestine with some really high pressure. But Jordan, the first time they get on the ball, oh, that's good trickery. Oh, I expected that would be a foul. It was good trickery from the Jordanian. Hassan Bakit. I think that would have been soft. Would have been soft. Nothing given. I must say, I really like the Jordan football badge. I know that's a really random thing to say. I appreciate that has nothing to do with the two teams. The quality of football as the ball's given away. And Palestine have the ball high up the pitch. They go back to the fullback. And they win themselves a throw-in as well. Few loose passes at the back for Jordan so far. They'll be worried about that. When they go forward, they look sharp. They look tactical. But at the back, they seem a bit nervous. Can Palestine take advantage of that? They get another throw high up the pitch. 3 minutes in here. Still plenty of time left in this one. It's not quite the same Salah for Palestine, but he'll be hoping to have a similar impact. The ball goes into the box. Ah, it's poor. That's really, really poor. Who was that? Sayam with a... Couldn't get the ball under control. Couldn't get the ball under control. But altogether, quite poor. Do drop a subscribe on the channel if you're watching along. We do all kinds of content from all around the world. This is our first watch along. It's been great to have you with us. So many of you with us. It's brilliant to see. You know, it may not seem like hundreds and thousands, but it's brilliant to see that football from this part of the world is starting to get the airtime that it deserves. So do drop a subscribe on the channel. You can then get in the comments as well, as Daniel has. And you can start chatting with us, which would be great. The Jordanian player has gone down here. Will this be looked at? No. Nothing in that. It's funny, isn't it? I know players can kick the ball hard. I know that players can kick the ball hard, but would that have hurt that much? Does he need treatment? I'm not sure personally. I know the ball's hit with some venom, but we've all had a football in the head, haven't we? We've all had a boot in the head. Do you need... I don't know. Do you need treatment? So game stopped momentarily here for some treatment. Neither of these sides in contention now to actually qualify for the World Cup. So unlike Saudi Arabia, they have nothing to lose in this tournament. They really might as well go for it. And I think you can see that both sides are going for it. You know, both sides, they're inside the top 100. So then, you know, not bad for countries of their size. We've spoken on the channel recently about sides, particularly from Southeast Asia. As Palestine come forward, can they get the ball wide? If they go wide, they've got a chance to deliver the cross. Oh, it's a little bit selfish. But they do finally get it wide. Oh, close and cleared away for a throw-in. As I was saying, both these sides, not the largest nations geographically, of course. Palestine, you know, we could discuss that all day long for different reasons. Ball swept in. Keeper claims it. But, you know, neither of these sides particularly large geographically, but both of them pretty solid at football, that must be said. You know, no slouches. A lot of sides from the rest of Asia. Still real up-and-coming nations in the world of football. But these two sides playing really well. As Jordan, are they through? Oh, no, just cleared away. This has got a real end-to-end feel about it, this game, hasn't it? I hope that you guys are enjoying it as well. It's been a brilliant game so far. Palestine's high press is not bad. It's working quite well. But the few times that Jordan have managed to spring the trap, as they hope to here, ball slept. Oh, swept. Ball given away. Ball given away by the Palestinian. And Jordan come forward here. It's a brilliant dancing run. Is that a penalty? Referee gives it. It is a penalty. It is a penalty to Jordan. That is a stunningly good run. I think it's from Zurek. A stunningly good run. Ball given away. Jordan are playing good. Jordan are playing well on the counter-attack. But the ball just given away. That's so poor from Palestine. A brilliant run. VAR will look at this. Oh! He doesn't quite get the ball. The trailing leg sweeps in. Oh, he does! He does touch the ball. Will this be overturned? I think it might. He technically touches the ball. This is a huge moment of controversy here. I agree with the referee's decision in real time. But VAR will look at this because there is a toe on the ball. I mean, barely, to be fair. Is it a foul? Yes. Is the check complete? I think it is. There is a toe to the ball. If you are a Palestine fan, let's talk about this. I still think that that's a penalty, personally. I still think that it's a penalty. Chance from 12 yards. The captain. A big moment. Abdul Rahman steps up. Yeah, I agree, Daniel. I think it's a penalty as well. Abdul Rahman steps up. Goal straight down the middle. Confident penalty. I agree. I think it's a penalty. Yeah. He gets the slightest touch on the ball, doesn't he? But, I mean, firstly, can we talk about this run? What a run that is. Dancing through the players. I think it's a penalty. I do. I think if you say that that's not a penalty because he got barely a touch just on the top of the ball, then really, you know, it doesn't matter if you completely hack a player out if you get them, you know, slightest touch on the ball. He doesn't need to make the challenge, I don't think. It's a really confident and calm penalty. Let me make amends. Because it is now 1-0. It is 1-0 to Jordan. And they come again on the attack. Playing with a lot of confidence now! And that one swept over the bar. But I must say, the number 7 for Jordan is playing like a man possessed in this game. Dancing, dribbling, run every time, looking to get in on that left. He is causing chaos in this game. Absolute chaos. Really good penalty, wasn't it? Really good penalty from Abdul Rahman. And this is going to change the dynamic of the game. I think, you know, people thought Jordan before the game were probably favourites to win it, given that they didn't have to, if that makes sense. But I think even more now, Jordan could just, if they play intelligently, they can just pick off Palestine on the counter-attack. Palestine, see, they're flooding players forward. It's high press, but, oh, it's worked this time. They've won it. They've won it quite high up the pitch. They need to get the ball wide. They're in a 2v1. Can the ball across the box be useful? It can! It's come all the way! Oh! It should have been a goal. It was Sayam at the back stick, and he got his feet all wrong. Oh, it's a sitter. They come forward again. They're better out of possession, actually. Palestine, they're better out of possession. The high press, it's gone for them and against them at times in this game, because if Jordan beat the press, they're essentially in, and that's what's making this first 10 minutes incredibly exciting. Oh, he's gutted. They work it well, the 2v1 out wide, but it's a brilliant cutback right across the... Oh, he makes himself... Oh, what is he doing? What is he doing? I suppose he doesn't see it till late, but as an attacker, you're taught gamble. You have to gamble on these chances. You have to gear your body up as if you're going to strike it into the back of the net. And if the defender gets there, then the defender gets there. But... wow, what can you say? Here come Jordan. They're moving forward. They've won the flick on. Oh, it's a nice tiki-taka, but it's cut out. This game is so open. It's got such an open field as Palestine give the ball away again in their own half. This has been a crazy energetic game so far. Is the ball going to be swept in? Yes, it is. It's a good ball! Oh! And it goes out for a corner. Kadura does really well between the sticks to deal with this. It's a wicked ball. As a European, I call this the Sebastian Larsson cross. Is it going in? Is it going wide? The keeper has to deal with it, and he does well. The inverted wingers are working well for Jordan in this game, aren't they? Out on the left and the right, cutting in, causing chaos, putting balls into the box. We saw it for the penalty. We've seen it again now. Oh, jeepers. I hope you're enjoying this game. I am, that's for sure. This is why football in this part of the region needs to get the credit that it deserves. We've seen a short corner. I hate short corners. I hate short corners. I hate them so much that it hurts. The ball across the box is absolutely brilliant. It came from Salem. Oh, and he just nutmegs himself, gets his feet all wrong. As a player in that position, you can go with the right foot there, but if you sweep the left leg at it, then even if you don't make clean contact with the ball, it's probably going to go in order to strike the ball. As the ball comes across from this way, you know, his feet are here, and he goes with the right and he nutmegs himself because you can see the gap that opens up. If he goes with the left, even if he misses the ball, it might hit his standing right foot and he might get a second bite at the cherry. But as it worked out, he nutmegged himself. Well, that's a nice ball. Oh, it's cut out. Oh, bit of confusion at the back for Jordan. Now we can see the high press. It does look like 4-3-3 for Palestine. To be honest, Jordan, I'm not sure what formation they're playing. Counter-attack. That's the formation that they're playing. Both sides have been poor on the ball, actually. It's been a real counter-attack game, but possession turnover is extreme in this fixture. Again, possession turned over 3 times in the space of a second. And again, and again, and again. The turnover in possession is unprecedented. I think it was a penalty. I think it's one of those ones, if the referee doesn't give it, it might not be overturned. We speak about this with VAR quite a lot, but I think it's the right decision. Who's on top in this game? Well, I think that Jordan... yeah, 0-0 in the other game. So Jordan really in a strong position. Saudi Arabia, I fully respect their decision to not go full strength for this tournament. I think, you know, this is a great tournament for sides like Jordan, like Palestine, lower in the world rankings, to perform on a big stage. I completely agree with the decision as well for Morocco and Algeria and sides like that to not play their full strength squads, because this tournament should be about Arabian players, for Arabian fans. From both North Africa and Asia, the two confederations, and I think that this tournament's been played well so far. You can still see, I mean, Morocco's domestic side is still playing really well. I think that they will end up beating Saudi Arabia. But of course, even at the moment, if, I'm just watching as the ball's swept in, that's exactly the type of cross we're speaking about. Again, the right winger, Zarek, cutting in from the right-hand side and using that wicked left foot, just curls it towards the goal, and it asks that question of the goalkeeper. Are you going to leave it, because it's probably going to go wide, and are you going to wait and try and intelligently... Was this a corner? Yes, it is. It's a corner for Palestine. The question it asks of the keeper when you get inverted wingers, if they sweep it towards the goal, are you going to go for the ball and risk any touch on it, leading to it going into the back of the net? Or are you going to hold position? There's a chance that the cross is going to go all the way in, but you can react to something if it happens in the box. Here's a chance for Palestine, though, in swinging corner. It's a good delivery. Keeper does well enough, I think. A lot of players in and around him, but he dealt with it well. Jordan now on the counter-attack. Oh, my goodness, what pace. What pace, what power. Oh, he should have passed it, though. He should have passed it. It was like a Gareth Bale-type run. Again, Palestine give the ball away to Jordan, and Jordan give it straight back to Palestine. Really interesting game so far. I've been impressed with the quality throughout this tournament. Even from sides that have lost games, I've been impressed with the quality. We watch a lot of Minnow Nation football, as we call it. And I think that this tournament has opened my eyes, certainly, as someone based in the UK, to what these Arab sides are really made of. We obviously know about a few players. You know, I obviously support West Ham, actually. So, you know, Saeed Benrahma, a huge player for us from Algeria. We also have Mahrez, of course, for Manchester City, also Algerian, and then obviously the most famous of them all, Mo Salah. But it's been really good to see these other sides as part of the region play as well as they have. It's really good to see Oman as well playing really well, still with a chance of World Cup qualification, which would just be fantastic for them. The pace has slowed slightly. I'm not surprised. The first 20 minutes were frantic. I've been speaking almost constantly. And as the game slows down, let me take a moment to speak to you about D&Q, what we're all about. We're here to shine a light on games exactly like this, sides that don't get the kind of mainstream media attention in world football. We're very happy and proud to Caribbean. We talk about sides from Asia, all over in fact. And it's been an absolute pleasure so far. We're still a relatively new channel to bring you the results as you see it. I think it's going to be offside. The ball is swept home, but it is, I think, clearly offside. An attack was developing there. I think the ball should have been released earlier through to Salem. It was. Again, Jordan giving the ball away in their own half. It's picked up well. Let me just check. Is he? Oh, he's miles offside. He's about 2.5 years offside. It's a nice finish from him, but it's clearly offside. So if you're a fan of one of these countries, or you're just a fan of world football, then give us a subscribe. It's always great to have people chat to us. Daniel and Sanad, it's been fantastic to have you in the chat with us today. I just love speaking to people from around the world that share our passion for football. And it's brilliant to have you with us. Scrappy game a little bit. Free kick given to Jordan. I didn't think there was anything in that. I thought it was a 50-50. 20 minutes on the clock. It's gone quickly, that 20 minutes, to be perfectly honest. Hope you've enjoyed it as well. It's great, isn't it, that these games are on the FIFA YouTube channel, which means that people from all around the world can watch these sides compete. Jordan playing it back. We can see high press from Palestine. How long can they keep that up? It's already waned a touch, to be fair. Jordan now finding a few more pockets of space. Ball swept forward, but that's not going to cause any problems. Jordan's first goal, that, technically. First goal that one of their own players has scored. Of course, it was an own goal in their victory against Saudi Arabia. It was the captain Abdul Rahman who scored from the spot following a brilliant run from the winger. It was a penalty. It was close. The defender, did he need to go for it? I'm not sure. Either way, it was definitely a foul. Ball pinged long by Palestine. Jordan clear, but it's broken to the midfielder. And now the winger has it. It's Salem. Is he going to cut back on that left? No, he's gone wide. He's fooled the defender. He's gone right. Oh, no, but he's there at the back post. Goes all the way out to the fullback, who sets himself, delivers it. It's taken a deflection. Jordan, I think that they've got away. I think that they've cleared this one. Ball now hooked away. Palestine, though, they come again. 2v1 down the wing if they get this right. The winger has to have better movement there. Good keeping from the Jordan keeper who's come for the cross. Little bit of a tussle. It's really intelligent. Really intelligent. From Bakit. You can tell he knows what he's doing there. Just puts his body between himself. Puts his body between the ball and the attacker trying to nick the ball off of him. Draws the foul. Jordan go long. Won by Palestine, but the ball drops to the number 11. I think the attacking midfielder needs to do a little bit more from Jordan in the number 10 role. Space appearing now. Fullback's on if they go wide. Fullback's still on, and the ball is sprayed out to him. Now they're in a 2v1 because Sayam hasn't tracked back. They don't use the 2v1 to the full advantage. Sayam now back in position. But the 2v1's still on. Ooh, throw in to Jordan in an attacking position. When you play 4-3-3, it's always a difficulty because if you want to cheat with your wingers and make sure that they don't track back, then the other side can create 2v1s with the fullback and the winger. And I expect that we'll see that more and more as a brilliant tackle comes in from the Palestine defender, the Hamed. And Jordan have a throw in an attacking position. See, the winger hasn't tracked back here. You've got different options. You can choose to then play... One of your central midfielders can drop back and support the fullback in the 2v1, but that might leave gaps in the midfield. Your other option, of course, is that your winger then tracks back to follow. So in this scenario, it would be Sayam who would have tracked back to follow the fullback for Jordan. And that's fair enough, but then what do you do when you turn over possession? Because all of a sudden, you've got 6 at the back. And that's where the tactical side of a 4-3-3 becomes complicated. The ball's swept long. It's a great flick on. But the ball cleared away. I think that Palestine have showed a little bit of a physical advantage. Certainly in terms of height and strength, but not quite pace as yet. That's brilliant play. Jordan in a good position here. Oh, they're in a great position. Jordan, if they get this right, it's a goal. It's a second goal for Jordan. It's brilliant play. It's absolutely brilliant play from Jordan. And this is where the skill of the wingers is shown. It's brilliant play from the striker who just backheels it down the line. Nobody tracks the winger. He's in a 1v1. Everyone expects him to cut back on that favoured right. He doesn't. He keeps pursuing down the wing, flicks it towards goal with the outside of his right boot. And it's poked home by the striker, by number 20. Oh, could the keeper do more? Could the keeper do more? Jordan have pretty much sealed a quarter-final place. This is huge for the 91st ranked team. First goal from open play, of course. If you are watching or tracking or up to date with the other result in this game, in this group, should I say, then let us know. Let us know how that one's going along. Who scored that goal? Who scored that second goal? I've seen something pop up that say that it was Abdurrahman. Perhaps it was. I thought that it was the striker. I could be wrong. It's tough for the keeper because it's so close to him. The only thing I'd say, and I'd be interested, if anyone with any goalkeeping experience, for example, happens to watch this back, that's where, in my personal opinion, you've got to use the legs a little bit more. Goes with his hands. When the ball's so low down and so near to you, you think your hands are up here. It's going to take a long time for your hands to get down and you to block it. We see, talk about one of the best goalkeepers in the world on his day, David De Gea. Often in those scenarios, he'll use his legs to block something that's going along the ground, and the arms don't have to come down anywhere near as far because they're sort of operating still at this kind of region here. But really, the main area of concern isn't about the goalkeeping. It's about two defenders get sucked in on the striker, and all it does is a simple back heel, and the winger sprints through and is in. Really poor defending. But Palestine with a corner. Can they get themselves back into the game? Ball back out to the crosser, who whips it in for a second time, but cleared. It's out for a corner. Kicking off a little bit, but not a huge amount. That is hilarious. It's hilarious that it's kicking off there. It is Salem. Smashes it. Oh, Sayam, sorry. Smashes it into the face of the defender, and he goes out for a corner. He's complaining for handball. Never is that handball in a million years. He is now coming over to take the corner. Another corner for Palestine. This one on the opposite wing. Swept in low. Terrible corner. He's got away with the fact that it's gone out for another corner, which he'll take again. But that is a terrible delivery. Anyone will tell you have to beat the first man unless it's part of a tactical array. Ball swept in. Again, he's not beating the first man. But again, the ball's broken fortuitously. Palestine still on it. It's comfy for the goalkeeper. 0-0 in the other game still at the moment. Saudi Arabia doing quite well to be resolute against Morocco. Oh my God, the trickery. Outrageous. This is outrageous from Jordan. Oh my goodness, dancing football. Chance! Chance! Oh, swept away. And it goes out for a corner. Jordan on the attacker, just unplayable at the moment. That was Ali Olwan with brilliant... Wow, that's who it was set back to with the finish, but it was actually the striker, number 20, with just brilliant trickery. I think there's just a little bit of a difference in attacking skill at the moment. Ball going to be swept in. Palestine need to be careful here. I know that they've got to try and get back into this game and try and win it, but a heavy defeat to a side so close to them in the world rankings would not look good. Jordan have won it back again in the final third. They've had that so many times in this game, but nothing comes of the cross. Palestine go long. They're in a good spot here. Breaking. Oh my goodness, what pace. Is that a foul? That has to be a free kick to Palestine, surely. Yes, it is. It is a free kick. Uses the body well there, Abu Wada. Free kick to Palestine. In an interesting situation, I'd be going... This is, where I spoke earlier about that Sebastian Larsson cross. I'd be going wicked in-swinger. You want it to bounce on about the 6-yard line and just cause chaos for the keeper. If it's on target, but players are rushing in towards the ball, the keeper doesn't know whether to come or go, and it may just poke home. He's got enough space and time to whip this in. It's a good spot for one of these in-swinging crosses, and I think that's what he's going to attempt. The first thing that you have to do, though, is make sure that you get it over the wall and over the line of defenders so that they can't just head it away. It needs to have whip. It needs to have pace. It does, and it leads to a corner. It's actually defended quite well as he goes to step up to deliver this. The back line of Jordan just drops back a couple of yards, which means that as the ball is swept in towards the keeper, it was on target to go back stick. They can just clear it away defensively, but it is a corner for Palestine. They need the next goal to get back into it, but they can't get ahead of themselves. Good delivery. Headed away, good defending. Ball comes back out, swept in, good ping forward. Oh, attempted bicycle kick. Chance at the back post. Oh, big chance, good keeping, still on. Another corner. Another corner. Rashid does really, really well. Good header at the back post, attempted bicycle kick. It breaks to Rashid, who strikes it goal bound, cleared off of the line. And at the second attempt, well, at the second attempt it almost goes in. Keeper stayed down here. Not sure why. I didn't see anything in that would indicate a goalkeeping injury. As we see again, Yassine Bakit's brilliant run that led to the goal. Yeah, it was the number 20 who scored. It was the striker. It's just in the right place at the right time. You'll see here on the... Actually, no, to be fair, there's not a lot the keeper can do, because he initially goes with the legs. One thing he can perhaps do a little bit better is, well, you know, there's lots of options for the goalkeeper there. One, you can just stand your ground a little bit better. If you don't dive initially, because you know that the cutback is on, you set yourself up better. He sort of half goes for the ball as it's being cut back, misses it, and then it's a simple tap in. Whereas he can either rush out to the ball, spread himself, make sure he cuts out the delivery, or set himself, know that the ball's going to come into the box, and then deal with it. Goalkeeper back up now for Jordan. Period of consistent pressure from Palestine. Ball swept in. Oh! Really poor header. It was the captain as well. Badari. Not good enough connection. Great delivery. Rashid playing really well. Hope everyone is enjoying this game as much as I am so far. I think it's been a brilliant one. First time that Jordan have been on the ball for a little while. The wingers really for Jordan causing the chaos in this game. Palestine have grown into it though. It's a shame about the 2 goals. Is he going to get there? I think he does. I think there's a chance here for Palestine. Good keeping again. The Jordan goalkeeper has certainly been worked in this one. Palestine have a throw high up the pitch. If you are a Jordan fan and you happen to tune in today, let us know how you think this game's going. Your side is 2-0 up, but it's not been a walk in the park by any stretch of the imagination. The keeper now on the ball, and Jordan might just want to take a breather here. I mean, it was never going in, but the keeper gets a hand to it anyway. That cross shot as it was. Ball goes long. Not a great defensive header. Ping pong a little bit. Jordan again give the ball away. They've had a few moments of real quality, Jordan, that have led to both the penalty and the tap in. Other than that, there's been nothing in this game. There's been nothing in this game at all. Let us know how you think this one's going. Drop something in the chat, say hi. Jordan come forward again, that pace that they're showing. Ball poked away by Rashid, who's having a really solid game actually. Jordan with how many corners have there been in this game? I think Jordan have had 3 or 4. I think Palestine have had about 6 corners in this game. It's been a really entertaining game. Jordan have played it short again just because, you know, in case the first one wasn't exciting enough, they wanted just to show why short corners are completely useless. Funny old thing. they've been dispossessed and the ball has gone out for a goal kick. Why with the short corners? I know Palestine are arguably a bigger side, physically stronger than Jordan. But now they've sprung a counter-attack. Can they get something in the box? Good keeping again. Oh, the keeper's now gone down though. He's rolling around like he's been punched in the head. See this again. Sayan whips it in. The keeper gets it. What's happened to football? What's happened to football? The ball swept in and the number 7, rushing towards the goal, just puts his arms up just to protect himself and grazes the keeper, who capitulates, holding his face like he's been shot. Disgraceful. Just get up and get on with the game. It's not a red card. Just get up and get on with the game. We're 35 minutes in. I get it, 85 minutes. I get, roll around as much as you want. 85 minutes if you're 2-0 up. It's 35 minutes in. I don't think that you need to go down holding your face for what would have not hurt. And unsurprisingly, he's back up. Ball swept long. It's a good kick, actually. Very accurate, but the flick on, less so. Palestine back on the ball. I think Palestine have had more of the ball in this game. It's a free kick, surely. Yeah, it's a free kick to Palestine. Jordan had a chance there to spring an attack, but they won the ball back through a foul in midfield. Rashid has played a number of different roles in this game. He's popped out on the left-hand side for Palestine, both left wing and left back. He's predominantly playing central midfield in this game. Been a bit of an everywhere man. Good tackle again by the ridiculously attractive centre-back. There's only certain jobs you can get away with having dyed blonde streaks in your hair, isn't it? Football is one of them. Jordan on the ball. Not particularly on the attack. Can Palestine nick this? They have. There's a chance if they get this right. Oh, they've slowed it down. Is he offside? Not given. Wow, pace and power personified down the wing. That's surely a foul. It is. That must be a booking. That must be the first yellow card in this game. Yeah, oh, it's a scythe. It's an absolute scythe down on Salem, who showed great pace and power to get there. Should be a yellow card. I don't think it was. For Nazib. This is like a half corner situation that's about to come in. It'll be interesting to see how this one goes, because of course in an attacking scenario here you can't put too much whip on it or it's going to fly high and wide and over the bar. I'd be interested to see if everyone runs towards the goal, if they just try and pull it back to the edge. No, they've gone with a floated delivery, and it's exactly what I was referring to. It's tough to get the power right, and they end up just floating it way too far over everyone to the back post. And it's headed comfortably wide. Tough to get those right. It is tough to get those right. About 6 minutes to go before half time. If you're watching this one, how do you think it's going? Pop something in the chat. Let us know how you think that this game is going. I think that Jordan have played this tactically correct. But I think that Palestine will feel hard done by if they go in 2-0 down at half time. Corner. It's another corner. It's another corner for Palestine. Are they going to make one of these chances count? They have to get the delivery right. A lot of the corners from this side have been just at the man at the front post. They've not been good enough. Players surrounding the keeper. Sayem to whip it in. Does beat the man at the near post this time, and it sneaks wide. Palestine, it's harsh. It's a harsh 2-0. It's a really harsh 2-0. Oof, just wide. Naseeb does enough. The delivery going to come in again. He's done a lot to the near post though. Maybe needs to put a little bit more power on it. The whip's fine, but just a little bit more power on it. So it gets over some players. He's not done that. And again, it's gone to the near post. You need to change corner kick taker. Because you can't have this many corners and have this many go to the near post. We've seen from Jordan these short corners that just haven't worked. What we've seen from Palestine is deliveries not beat the first man. Here is the winger. He does finally cut back onto his left, sets it back. A few Jordan players have bottled that big time. Ball swept high, wide to the back post. Header comes in. And it's wide. Probably not the correct decision to go for goal from that header. Probably could have just nodded it down to one of his supporting players for Palestine. So the captain, you know, up from centre-back, just thinks, I'm just going to launch this towards goal. It's not a bad effort. One of the few actual shots in this game from Palestine. Well, Jordan have played themselves into a little bit of trouble here, have they? Yes, they have. Palestine again nick it in the final third. Swept all the way across. Oh! Sitter missed for Palestine. Oh, my word. He's got to score. What do you think about that miss? I think that's a sitter. Really good tackle. They win the ball high at the pitch again. The high press has worked. Oh, what a ball. Oh, it's a howler. It's a howler. It's a brilliant ball in from Abu Wada, and Sayam just gets his feet all wrong. Pops it wide. And now Palestine try and break out, and it's Jordan with the high press. But Palestine do break out. What pace and power we're seeing from the front three of Palestine so far in this game. Flooding players forward. They need a goal before half time. Chance. Ball swept all the way to the back post. Can he control it? Not well enough. It's a dive. It's an intelligent dive from the Jordanian. Fullback doesn't do enough. If the ball's played up in the air like that, is it a dive? Is that harsh? No, it's a foul. It's a foul, but it's a little bit of a dive. There is contact. It's 100% a foul. He just goes down a little bit like, you know, like he's probably been booted in the air. Jordan, what is the possession? Jordan barely touching the ball, giving it away every time they get it. Palestine will feel particularly hard done by. There's still time for a third, of course, for Jordan, if they get this right. Because they're the side that, if they've actually got the ball to the front three, have looked dangerous every time. Abu Wada playing well for Palestine. Goes down. Hint of a foul, but nothing given. And Jordan with the throw-in. The support looks great in the stadium. Palestine on the ball again. Can't believe what the possession has been since it's gone to 2-0. Ball across! Goal! Palestine deserved goal just before half-time. The ball played in by that danger man again, Abu Wada. And this game has changed just before half-time. The momentum has been going one way all of the second half. Jordan give the ball away again. It's flicked on brilliantly. Is it Abu Wada? Yes, it is. Plays it in. And that man who missed the chance earlier, Sayam, rises highest. It's a really good header. It's a really good goal. Palestine back in this game. Back in this game. This is absolutely huge. Jordan need to buck up their ideas. They've had a terrible second half since going 2-0 up. Deciding to play a little bit of keep ball as well. Oh, they beat the press. I thought there was going to be a big tackle coming in there. Palestine have grown into the game and have played really, really well as the half's gone on. But Jordan looked like they were just going to run away with it at one point. Since really half an hour, it's been one-way traffic. And Palestine have got their deserved goal to get back into this game. Somehow, despite there being 3 goals, there's only 1 minute of added time. I'd have said there's been at least 2, particularly with the keeper going down twice as well. And 3 goals and a penalty. There's definitely been more than 1 minute's worth of added time. Palestine look fired up for this. They look really fired up for this. This is going to be a big second half for both these teams. Allow me a moment to check the scoreline in the other game. Palestine deal with the Jordanian attack once again, but they've given the ball away. Oh, a hint of a chance there. Real hint of a chance for Jordan. Attack still not over. Rashid deals with it. I imagine this ball will be cleared and it will be half time. Referee's not gone to his watch just yet though. Free kick. I mean, just give it for half time. Player's gone down holding his face again. For Jordan. Is there anything in this? Absolutely not. Absolutely nothing in that at all. To be honest. Still 0-0 in the other game. Saudi Arabia will feel like they maybe have a little bit of a chance then. Oh, actually, it showed the wrong highlight and there is something in that. The challenge from Sayam. It showed the wrong challenge. There is something in that. It won't be given as a red card. It won't be looked at. But it was a foul. And the free kick is given. I still don't know why we've not... Oh, it's 2 minutes. Referee's changed it to 2 minutes at a time, seemingly. The board definitely went up with a 1 on it because I saw it. Seemingly he's changed it to 2 minutes of added time. I don't know what the referee's doing. I don't know if you can just change it like that. We're still playing here. Finally now, it is half time. Shall we take a moment? Shall we take a moment then? Drop a comment. Drop a comment. Let us know how you feel like that game has gone. I think it's been incredible. I think it's been a real advert, this game, for Minnow Nation football. I think that both sides have fought really, really hard. I must say, I think that Palestine deservedly got their goal. Deservedly got their goal. I think that Jordan need to buck up their ideas in the second half. Big time. Big time need to buck up their ideas in the second half. We are going to take a very short break. The stream won't end. The stream will not end. I'm just going to grab a drink, to be honest. Didn't realise I'd be doing this much speaking in the first half. What a game it's been. So I'm just going to run through the stats. 51% possession to Jordan. 12 shots from Palestine to Jordan's 4. Both of them with 2 shots on target. There's been 11 corners, 3 to Jordan, 8 to Palestine. And there's been 10 fouls in the game as well. 3 for Jordan, 7 for Palestine. Daniel, I completely agree with you. I think it's been... I'm probably saying that wrong, aren't I? It's probably Danielle. So apologies for my very, very English pronunciation of your name. But I think it's been a really interesting game. I think we've seen a half of 2 halves in this one for sure. Who's the happier manager at half time? I think I'd rather be in the Palestine dressing room at half time. I think that Jordan will be furious with the way that they've let what looked like a confident game slip. I think that they will be fuming with the fact that they've let Palestine not just back into the game, but start sort of dominating this game. 2-1. It's going to be a big second half. I am going to dip away for just 5 minutes. 5 minutes. You can count them. You don't have to keep watching the stream. You can duck off for a bit, but make sure that you are back at, well, 4 p.m. UK time. Daniel, if you're in Spain, that'll be 5 p.m. for you. And of course, if you are anywhere else around the world, just make sure that you are back in time for the second half. I'm going to go and stick the kettle on, get a brew and a glass of water. I strongly recommend that you do the same. And if you haven't already, then hit subscribe so that you can be in the chat bar with us in the second half. We've loved having you with us, and we can't wait for the second half to get underway. See you shortly. Hello everyone, we are ready. We are ready to get back in for the second half. I've had a breather. I've calmed down from an incredible first half. What can we say about that first half? Jordan can still score more goals, I think, at any point. I think if they get their passing right, I think if they really start to work on, just beating the press of Palestine, I think that Jordan can score goals, because of course Palestine don't just need one more goal, they need two more goals. They'll believe that they can do it, but it's a really tactical affair now in the second half. Jordan could, if they want to, park the bus. Jordan could, if they want to, try and push to score more. Palestine, fairly obvious what they're going to do, which is keep doing exactly what they've been doing the whole time. And I think for me, I think that Jordan will get through, but I think that this game could be a draw. I think it could be a draw. Jordan have only actually scored one goal from open play all tournament, which isn't meant disrespectfully towards them, but it is something to be aware of. They've got in twice in the game, really, both times down the wing. They've had, only 4 attempts on goal in the whole game so far to Palestine's 12. The difference has been that little bit of quality in the final third. Jordan have had it, Palestine haven't, until right towards the end. But Palestine have showed real resilience in this game. And going into the second half, which should start in a minute or two's time, I think that Palestine, I don't think they're favourites to win. I think they're favourites to win the second half, if that makes sense. But whether or not they can get the goals to turn this around and then get through, well, that would just be incredible. I mean, either side getting through this group was always going to be brilliant, because, of course, Saudi Arabia, the other side, are a very good side and still in, World Cup qualifiers, etc. But an interesting development just before half-time, a goal has gone in the other game. Literally just before half-time, 45 plus 4, Morocco have gone 1-0 up against Saudi Arabia, which means that, predictably, the winner of this game will go through. So Jordan currently going through on a very steady 6 points. Palestine would still be bottom of the group on goal difference with 1 point, level on points with Saudi Arabia. Palestine equalised, Jordan will still be going through and they won't massively care. But if a goal comes in the opening few moments, say before 60 for Palestine to get this game back to 2-2, you are going to see something just unbelievably high energy from both sides, I'm sure. Which is great, and this, it's what it's all about. If you are watching, drop a sub, drop a comment, let us know where you're watching from, who you're supporting, which team you're following, because that's all the great stuff that we just care about oh so much. Teams are out for the second half here in the FIFA Arab Cup Qatar 2021. This huge game in Group C, which, as we thought it would, will prove the decider today. We will find out which of these two teams ranked in the 90s in the FIFA Men's World Ranking will get to the quarter-finals of the Arab Cup. Who is your money on? Put a message in the chat. Sanad and Daniel, you've already been in the chat, which is great to see. Who do you think is going to end up winning this game? And for our other viewers, at any given time, drop a message in. Who do you think? Who do you think is going to win this one? I think... Oh, I don't know. Oh, I was going to say one then. What I was going to say is Jordan should get through in this game. They should. All they've got to do is not lose the second half, right? Easier said than done. But that's all they've got to do, is just not concede 2 goals in this second half. Yeah, Jordan. Daniel thinks Jordan. I think Jordan. Like I say, I think this second half could be a Palestine win or a draw just in the second half. But I just can't see Jordan capitulating, which it would be from 2-0 up to lose this game. That would be a capitulation. I think that Jordan will win. I think a factor will be what they've got in the tank. It looks like everyone for Palestine is up front as they get ready to take this kickoff. There's 6 players stood on the halfway line. They're probably going to ping it back to a defender who's going to get a touch out of his feet and launch it long. Try and get a really early goal in this second half. Palestine, though, one thing that they must consider is they cannot concede again. They cannot concede again. Jordan, if they get 1, that should be enough, you know? All they've got to do is just defend properly and actually keep the ball. They were terrible on the ball, weren't they? From the point that it was 2 up. Still a delay to starting this second half. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there's a number of players actually in the Jordan half before the ball was kicked, but the referee doesn't seem to particularly care. Jordan sweep the ball away. This is going to be a high octane start to the half. You can bet your money on that as the ball is swept forward, flicked on and back to the Jordan goalkeeper. It's been really great to have many of you tune in as well. We're a really small channel at the moment. We obviously hope to kind of get bigger, but it's been really, really good for people to tune in and watch this game along with us. Palestine on the ball. One thing that Palestine have really impressed me with is the sheer pace going forward that they've had. Both wingers are rapido. Lineups again. Kadura in goal. Khalil, Hamed, Abdel Latif and Saleh. Abu Wada, Rashid Karoub, Sayam, Dahamshi and Salem up front. That is the Palestine side, who will be hoping, praying that they can get the goals they need in this second half. Dancing footwork from the number 7. Oh, it's off the woodwork, I believe. Chance on the rebound. Defender puts his body on the line. What a strike that was. It was from the number 7, who of course was fouled in the build-up to the first goal. That's a big save from the keeper. I think he either pushes it onto the post or gets enough on it to push it away. Still can't really see from that angle. Here we go. Here we'll see. Does the keeper push it away or does he tip it onto the post? Tips it onto the post. Wow. Huge moment at the start of this second half. Jordan hitting the woodwork. Great goalkeeping to keep that out. Jordan desperate for a third in this game. Palestine given a free kick. Not sure what's for. I think it's a 50-50 personally. Palestine break out quickly. High press from Jordan in this half. Probably thinking we've been caught due to high press and on the counter. Let's try and do the same to Palestine, which is possible. But it's a risky tactic. Because if you're the side in the lead and you're going with high press, you've really got to rate yourself. Here's Abu Wada, who I thought was one of the best players in that first half. For Palestine, wins a throw. For Palestine, high up the pitch on the left-hand side. They go back towards the halfway line. Most players for Palestine in the attacking box. Keeper wins it and a couple of Jordan players go down. I think this is something that we're going to see a lot in this second half. Players for Jordan, just a little bit of time wasting, a little bit of tactical. Yeah, the strike came in, just watching it back. Tipped onto the post, a really good save It was an incredible zing from the winger. Really good effort and a solid save as well. Stretching all the way. Oh, vital fingertips onto the post. That's almost flown in. That could have been game over. 3-1 down. I think Palestine would have had to have overcommitted and would have been picked off on the counter-attack. But a crucial save keeps Palestine in this game. Bit of treatment going on at the moment, so the game paused, and we see footage of the crowd, which is good to see. It's nice to see a crowd back at a game of football. Supporters in good voice by the looks of things in this game. I myself am hopeful to go to Qatar for the Oceanic World Cup qualifiers. A little bit tempted to go out there. Need to find out what the situation will be in terms of support, in terms of fan base. But it looks like a great atmosphere out there. Carnival stuff. Looking forward to the World Cup next year. Of course, as we've said, neither of these sides will actually make the World Cup, but they can impress at this tournament and set a platform for the future in the Arab Cup. Someone's got a shout man on there. Chance, Palestine, they're far forward. It's flicked on. Chance still not dead. Ball breaks to the keeper for Jordan, who's come out and done well. Put good pressure from Palestine. I think they'd have been offside if the ball had drifted over the defender. Ball played forward. Palestine defender wins the header from the Jordan goalkeeper kick. And Jordan have a throw-in in an attacking position. Nazib to take it. It feels very much like the second half has just picked up where the first half left off. There's been a defensive mistake and a brilliant tackle. Defensive mistake by the Palestinian defender, but Hamed, again I was saying, an outrageous hairstyle on the man, but he's come back and defended very well for his side then. Well, it's a goal kick has been given. Play, though, has been delayed due to, guess what, a Jordan player has gone down. Going to see a lot of tactical games being played by Jordan in this second half, I'm sure. A lot of tactical games. So the goal kick will be retaken. And they go long this time. They went short initially, but the treatment meant that the game was rewound. This is a close affair now. I mean, the first 20 minutes or so, Palestine were doing a lot of pressing but weren't having a lot in the final third. Jordan got 2 goals. Since then, it's been a really even game. Palestine probably slightly more dominant, but come out in the second half, it's been even so far. No chances really for either side. A couple of chances to create chances, but nothing else happening. Ball swept forward, though. It's a good ball, and it's an even better touch. Nasib cuts it back. Oh, cut out at the back post. Now Rashid brings it away. Palestine regroup. Wow, high press from Jordan in the second half. We saw it. We saw both sides with high press. We saw both sides give the ball away in their own third, as Rashid has done. Nicked back and nicked back well by the Palestinian defender. Abu Wada, though, dispossessed in his own half. How many times in this game have we seen players lose the ball in their own half? It's been criminal, really. Hamed does not look pleased. When Palestine have the ball, it's difficult for them because Jordan are playing a very daring game of just flooding players towards the ball, trying to win it high up the pitch. Really, what Palestine were doing in the first half to Jordan, they've sort of reversed the tactics. They've played that Uno reverse card. They've reversed the tactics. Crowd swaying from side to side. It looks like a brilliant atmosphere at this game, which is great to see after so many months of lockdown and restrictions in place at major footballing events, major sporting events, of course, around the world. Palestine sweep the ball long. Is that still in? Oh, it's still in. It was attempted tactical play by the Palestinian winger. But the ball is broken. Flashed across the face of goal. The keeper does enough to push it away. Jordan still coming forward and will take the throw in right down by the corner flag. Be surprised if they don't try and win a corner. That's what I would do tactically here. Ball flashed across the box. Keeper gets enough of a hand on it to push it away from danger. I mean, I think the ball goes out, to be honest. I think that game should have been stopped earlier. Now they've gone with a long throw. They've deployed a long throw in. Oh, and they've won it back in the Palestinian box, but the ball is eventually cleared. Palestine, no outball in this second half. It's started in the same way that the first half started. It's almost been a total half-time reset, this one, hasn't it? Oh. Jordan still on the ball. Now Palestine can break. Now they can try and break. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? That's terrible. That is absolutely terrible. Palestine with a real chance there to spring a counter-attack, and the ball swept away, and it's terrible. It's an absolutely awful clearance. They have another chance now, and they give the ball away again. They've been so poor on the ball in the first 10 minutes of this second half, Palestine. Far better play from Jordan, who have a chance if they play this right. All the way across. Oh, terrible. It's the right idea, but he should have gone with the left foot and just trusted it and just swept it out wide. He went with the right and the angle was all wrong. Palestine again lose the ball in their own half. Now, finally, another chance to spring a counter. They go again. It's a good ball. They're using the pace. The keeper's come out. What's the keeper done? Oh, he's put it wide. Oh, it was an open goal. Oh, my God. Finally, a counter-attack. The ball is played to Salem, who rounds the keeper and hits the side netting. I don't know what the keeper was doing. I do not know what the keeper was doing at all, but he has missed an open goal. A huge moment just 10 minutes into this half. Wow, the first time that they get the counter-attack right, they've lost the ball before being able to play that killer pass on most occasions. He's just got to keep going, Salem. Great pace, good touch around the keeper. Oh, he's just going too quick for himself, isn't he? He's just going too quick for himself. Great pace from him, but just can't get his foot quite in the right position to side foot that in. He actually had more time. It's funny, you see players round the keeper every now and then take a shot on. You could probably take another touch. You know, the keeper's literally out of goal. You probably dribble towards the goal, but make sure you don't do what Diogo Jota did and dribble. Oh, what is the ref doing? The ref has got completely in the way there when Jordan had a huge chance to create an attack. I really like this number 7, this winger for Jordan, as he sweeps the ball out to the opposite wing. 1v1, great. We've seen a lot of pace in this tournament from both sets of wingers. In this game in particular, Abu Wada now trying to bring the ball away. Sweeps it forward, but it's cut out. He didn't have any option for the short ball, though, did he, Abu Wada there? So he's ended up having to go long with it. Abdul Rahman is on the ball. Plenty of time for him. Too much time for him, really. 35 yards out from goal. Just able to play 1-2s and have a little bit of trickery. And that is a foul and a free kick to Jordan. A few times in this game, Jordan have tactically won fouls where the foul didn't need to come in. It's been, unnecessary. But they've just got themselves between the player and the ball, and they've not collapsed to the floor. They've just gone down when they felt the contact, which is completely fair enough. Substitutions coming on now for Jordan. Who is coming off? No one yet, I don't think. Al Mahdi, by the looks of things, is going to come on in midfield. One man in the wall, which means that nobody's tracking the number 7, but the ball swept into the box, defended very poorly. Again, really tactical play that, wasn't it? Nothing really going on. So he just lets the ball run past him, just shields it. As soon as he feels the contact goes down. Jordan have done that really well in this game. I mean, it's underhand tactics and it's a little bit cheeky, but why not? When you're winning this game, it's such a crucial game. 15 minutes into the second half, going to have a quick check-in of the other result as it stands at the moment. It is still 1-0 to Morocco. Still all to play for then in this one. Jordan with a chance from the free kick. Long way out. Yeah, not actually a bad effort, but a long way out. Probably about 28 yards out. Far over to the wing, and the captain steps up. Have to be something special from there. The technique's not bad. To be fair, the technique is not bad at all, but it just flashes over the bar. It'd have to be a really good finish to go in from there. Number 11 coming off. Really interesting. Yassine Bakit comes off. He'll be disappointed. And Mahmoud Al-Mahdi coming on. Number 13 for number 11. Palestine yet to really get going in this second half, but they always pose a threat when they go forward. Ball delivered into the box. That's a hell of a cross. Flicked away. Is that going to trickle out for a corner? Yes, it is. It's another corner to Palestine. I think that must be 9th or 10th corner for them in this game. How do you think this game's been going so far if you're watching along with us today? How do you think this second half is going? Ball into the box. Oh, my goodness. Oh! How's that not gone in? Offside. Offside given anyway. The header came in, I think from the, was it the number 15, the centre-back? Yeah. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was, oh, my God. It was Hamed with the initial header. A good header towards goal. Keeper saves it. And then Salem, who's having a terrible time of it, isn't he? Poor old Salem. Hits it straight in to the keeper. And we do have a viewer from Jordan, which is great. Aliyah, how are you? I hope you're doing well today. How are you finding this game so far? Let us know in the chat. You feeling nervous about this second half? Or are you confident that your side can get through to the quarterfinals? If you do want to get involved and get chatting with us, all you've got to do is hit that subscribe button. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. All it does is boost our ego here. And then you can chat with us live as we watch the game. It was about 25 minutes into the first half that Jordan started to stumble. And Palestine really started to grow into this game. Has a free kick been given there? Not a lot in that. If a free kick's been given, there's not a lot. Yeah, it has. There's not a lot in that. A foul from the Jordanian. Oh, tricky to defend this one. How will they go about this? Aliyah is confident that his national side, Jordan, can win this. Sayyam is over it. Palestinian free kick. He needs to whip this with enough pace and power to beat the line of the defence. He should almost go for goal far post. We've seen players do it like Toni Kroos, of course Cristiano Ronaldo. I'm not saying that Sayyam is of that level, but I think that that's the attempt that he should go for. Just to whip it all the way right to the back post. Cause some chaos for the keeper. He certainly looks like he's going to go for goal. Oh, he's gone near post, and I tell you what, it was a good strike, and it was a good bit of keeping as well. Palestine still on the ball. The ball's swept in. Header down at the back post. Jordan managed to clear, and they boot the ball long. And out for a Palestine throw-in. Good save. It was a good strike. He decided to go near post. He whipped it over the wall well. I think the keeper's got it covered no matter where it's going. to be fair. I think it's good keeping. It's a tricky one for the keeper, that, because if he thinks the ball's going to be crossed in, he can step to his right, and that leaves that near post open. We've seen that in the Premier League recently with Masuaku's goal against Chelsea for West Ham recently. Just to come up with a recent example, if the keeper sort of predicts that the cross is going to go to the back stick, can mess up his footing. And so the free kick like that we saw from Sayem, which was a good attempt, and they've won the ball back here. Palestine, they've won the ball back. Oh, good keeping again. Good keeping again from the Jordan goalkeeper. And the ball then from Rashid struck towards the goal, but not causing any problems. I tell you what, Alia, you must be pleased with the goalkeeping performance so far. Palestine, as they did in the first half, starting to pile on more and more pressure onto the Jordan back line. The ultimate strike towards goal from Rashid, nowhere near, was never going to cause any problems. But they are starting to win the ball high up the pitch again. Concern, I'm sure, for the Jordan technical area. Palestine continue to come forwards. Good defending from Nasib. And the ball stayed in. Yeah, intelligent decision from Jordan. They might just have to start going a bit more direct. Because if they try and pass it around their own third, they're going to have the ball nicked off of them, and we've seen that already. It almost looks like Palestine have got more players on the pitch at this point in the game. They're picking up every second ball. Yeah. Jordan goalkeeper is playing really well, isn't he, Daniel? I completely agree. I don't think that there's a huge amount that the Palestine goalkeeper could have done differently so far in this game. And we saw at the start of the second half that he made a brilliant save tipping the ball onto the post. But I think that the Jordan goalkeeper is just dealing with everything, nothing he could have done about the header for the goal for Palestine. But he is just putting himself in positions where, he's setting himself well for crosses into the box. He's putting himself in a position where he trusts that he can deal with anything that goes towards the goal. We've seen him. He's been particularly acrobatic. And I'm sure that later on in this game he will get booked for time wasting because he seems to have that tactical know-how as well. There is about 25 minutes left in this game. It's still Jordan 2, Palestine 1. But I think this second half is starting to go more and more towards Palestine. Jordan will need to score a goal of themselves on the counter-attack. But they've taken off number 11, Bakit, and I think that was a poor decision, personally. Oh, that's well cut out. But the ball's not fully cleared. See, Jordan now, they're on the ball. They're starting to go long now, Jordan. They're starting to just play directly. The ball is just going long every time they get it. Second half possession now starting to turn back towards Palestine. Palestine with just 4 players in their own half. Everyone else is up there. They sweep it long over the top. Don't think that's going to cause any problems, and it's through to the main man in this game. And that's the footballing intelligence I'm speaking about. The goalkeeper for Jordan, he's under no pressure, claims the ball and falls to the ground, which just buys you that extra time because obviously goalkeepers can't hold on to the ball for too long. They've sort of got that mythical 6 seconds rule, but that is 6 seconds really from you being up and about. And he's done well again, the goalkeeper. Ball through into a really good area from Palestine, but again the goalkeeper does well. Would it be fair to say he's man of the match for me so far? That might be a little bit of an exaggeration. But he certainly could be if it keeps going this way. Palestine growing into it more and more. Yeah, I agree with Daniel. I think that Palestine will get that goal as they did in the first half. It took them a long time to get it. What they can't do in this half is concede as they did in the first. But maybe they've ridden that wave now. Maybe they've dealt with that Jordan attack. And even if Jordan get through, maybe this is a blueprint of how to deal with Jordan. Oh, space now opening up. Chance for Jordan. Oh, he's got his footing all wrong. Big chance for Jordan out on the wing. Big chance for Jordan out on the wing. But number 16 Olwan just gets his footing wrong and Hamed is able to take the ball away. Palestine need to score 2. I said, didn't I, at half time? They'll want to score before 60 and set up a grandstand last half an hour. Well, it's currently 69 minutes. It's still 2-1 and Jordan are on the ball. It will be interesting. I think that 3-2 is not a bad prediction. Is this ball going to go out? Yes, it is. A little bit of quality lacking from Palestine in the attacking position. If you joined us, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button and then you can join us in the chat as well. Palestine starting to pile on the pressure in this second half. Jordan holding firm at the moment. What do these sides have up their sleeves? There's a lot on Sayem and Salem for Palestine to try and create these chances. When will those players run out of steam? I think Rashid's playing really well for Palestine. If you are from Palestine and you're watching, let us know, because I think that Rashid playing in central midfield is having a really solid game. Jordan win the ball back. Is there space? Where's the space? Oh, great feet. Nothing doing, and Hamed will bring the ball away out from centre-back. Can he retain possession? He's not really got anything on. He looks to be one of the more skillful players. He has to wait for the other players to join him. The only thing that's striking me at the moment about this Palestinian performance is they don't have anyone dropping feet. They have just players spinning in behind, which is all well and good. Oh, it's a great ball! It's in! It's 2-2! Sayam scores, but was he offside? He was! He didn't need to touch it. The ball was going directly in. They will look at this on VAR. A huge moment in this game. A huge moment. He doesn't need to touch it. The cross, we spoke about these crosses, but... Oh, I think he's offside from the original cross, actually. I think that it's Salem who's offside, the number 7. Because when he delivers the ball in, to be fair to Sayam, who gets the final touch, Sayam is onside. Sayam is definitely onside. So it might be Salem that was offside from the original ball out wide. They're still checking, and what's going to hurt for Sayam is that he doesn't know who was offside. I think he thinks it's him. And I think that Salem is furious that a touch was on the end of that because it was trickling in. But I think the winger was offside originally. He is. He's offside. I'm pretty sure. And this is where... Oh, it's very close. And this is why linesmen don't put their flag up. Oh, he actually did put his flag up. But did the whistle go before it went in? Are they still checking this? If you're watching, hit subscribe and you can chat to us. Still being checked, this one. I think the goal has been given. I think the goal has been given. Let's have a look at this one again. It's coming up on the screen now if you're watching the game. It's not come up on the screen yet. Offside. Offside is given. I think that's the correct decision. It's the winger, though. It's not the man who ends up getting the goal. And here's a chance. Oh, down the other end for Jordan, almost immediately making it 3-1. Now that would have hurt. Encouraging signs for Palestine, but it's the ball out wide that leads to the offside. I think that, yeah, I mean, I'm going to say I think it's offside. It definitely will be because they've checked it on VAR. And brilliant play, to be fair, from the linesman because it was very, very tight. I know they'd have checked it anyway, and that's sort of the point. But... really good play from the linesman. And this is what I was sort of speaking about, actually. No one's showing feet. So you have to play these long, searching balls. And he was just offside from that. Jordan players still rolling around. Number 4 coming. Oh, the captain's coming off. Is he? Looks like it. 2 changes. Oh, yeah, he is. Oh, my goodness. He's half a centimetre offside. Oh, that is one of the tightest offside decisions you will ever see in this game. That is unbelievably dramatic. He's that far offside, but it is offside. Brilliant call from the linesman. And it was checked, and I'm not surprised that the check took so long because he was just offside. What a dramatic second half we're seeing here. That would have been huge for the game because that would have been about 72 minutes on the clock when that happened. That would have led to an unbelievable last 15 minutes, which I'm sure we will still have. Of course, the players don't know what the scoreline is in the other game. Jordan will know that Saudi Arabia were losing at half-time, but they won't want to count their chickens before they've hatched. Here comes the counter-attack. Hamed gets enough on the ball. It's brilliant defending from the Palestinian. And if you're that good at football, you can get away with that hairstyle. Oh, Palestine have nicked the ball high up the pitch. They should go wide here. They do. It's Abu Wada. Can't quite get it out of his feet, but he whips the ball in. It's a poor effort at goal again from Palestine, who have missed another chance. Dahamshi it is. The main striker who's barely had a touch in this game. Missing a big chance. Plays it out wide well. The ball in is not bad. All it needs... Oh, that would have hurt. Oh, that landing would have definitely hurt. I'm not surprised he stayed down. Flings himself at the ball, but just gets under it. Just hits this part of his head here rather than really striking through it. So I check the scoreline in the other game. 76 minutes on the clock there, and it is still 1-0 to Morocco. So we've seen how the groups have come together, haven't we? We know 2 of the quarterfinals. We know that Tunisia will play Oman. Qatar will play the UAE. Morocco, well, they will play either Algeria or Egypt. And the winner of this game, which is currently Jordan, will play Algeria or Egypt. So, I mean, that would be absolutely huge for Jordan, wouldn't it? I mean, we've spoken about Palestine, who have been really good in this game, to be fair to them. Jordan got 2 all-important goals, and since then Palestine have grown and grown into this game. Jordan won't care. This game could finish 2-1, could even finish 2-2, and they'll just be happy because they're through. They could play Egypt or Algeria. I mean, either side would be huge for them, wouldn't it? Would be absolutely huge. I mean, it's, you know, in the nicest way possible, they will probably go out in the quarterfinals because, oh, good effort at goal there from the substitute from Jordan. Comfy save, really. The ball whipped in and it was swept across. It was always going to be difficult for him to really get good purchase on that. Yeah, no chance against Egypt. Yeah, to be honest, Ali, I agree with you. I think that Jordan or Palestine, whoever goes through, will go out in the next round. But you've got a real chance to play a fantastic game. You know, Jordan, 91st in the world, could play against Algeria or Egypt in the next round, and that would be absolutely massive for them. First things first, they've got to win this game. And this game is by no means done as Palestine sweep it back to the halfway line. Oh, that's one of the worst crosses I've ever seen in world football. Opal, thanks for joining us. Ooh. Nasty challenge from the captain of Palestine there. I expect that will be a booking. I think VAR might even have a look at that. Over the top of the ball, and at one point both studs do show. For me, nothing. Well, I think that they'll have a look at it for more than one reason. The challenge is over the top of the ball. Oh, I wonder if VAR are having a look at this. I'm not sure. 2 substitutions for Palestine as they push to get an equaliser and try and win this game. I think that Rashid for Palestine, Opal, has been one of the best players in this game. The number 3. It's a corner for Jordan. They've not had that many corners in this game. Ball whipped in. It's a good delivery. Oh, the flick on at the near post. He was unmarked, but gets way too much of a connection on the ball and ends up flicking it 2 or 3 miles over the bar. The wingers have switched for Palestine. I tell you what. Oh, I was about to say, I think Hamid has been one of the best players for Palestine in this game. He almost then got dispossessed in his own half. Big tackle coming in there. This is going to be a fiery last 10 minutes, isn't it? Do let us know what you think. If you are watching the game, watching along with us, last 10 minutes now plus added time. And with the stoppages we've had, I expect 3 or 4 minutes to be added on. Jordan probably will go wide. No, they've had a shot at goal. I think that's poor keeping, to be honest. I think he's got to hold on to it, and it leads to a corner for Jordan. I think the keeper's got to do better there. I mean, it's a good effort, but I think he's just got to hold on to it, to be honest. It's led to a corner. It's a good effort, right? And he keeps it out, so I don't want to dig him out too much. But I think he could keep hold of the ball. I really do think he could keep hold of the ball. And now Palestine will have to defend this corner. Well, to be fair, that was a terrible corner. And unsurprisingly, that man, Rashid, is there again to deal with it. Morocco topping this group, the only side in this group with a positive goal difference, +9 from their 2 4-0 wins and their current 1-0 lead. Jordan in second place. It would be Saudi Arabia in third. And Palestine, bottom of the group at the moment. Chance for... Oh, it's flicked! Oh, it's in! Game over! Game over! Jordan have scored a third goal. And it's Hamid deflects it into his own net. It's massively against the run of play. Palestine are going home. They have fought so valiantly in this second half. The ball breaks out. It's just so unlucky. The ball swung at goal. Hamid lifts his leg. It deflects and it comes off the post and in. Number 13 it is with a goal-bound strike. One of the substitutions for Jordan. Deflects. The shot's going completely the other way. It's Al-Mahdi, the substitution. Strikes it at goal. Takes a wicked deflection off of Hamid, who's played brilliantly all game and is heartbroken. You can see that. Nothing he could have done. Nothing the keeper could have done. And it squirms in off of the post. Jordan are, I'm going to say it, going through. There's 8 minutes plus added time, so probably 10, 12 minutes left. They've got fortunate with that one, but they won't care. Ball swept wide. The Palestinians head it back to their keeper, who keeps it in play. Thought that was going to go for a corner to Jordan, but it stayed. Really, really tough one to take for Palestine, I'm sure. Jordan will be delighted. There's one word you always have to come back to in football, and that is clinicality, because there's only one stat that counts. Ball swept in, and see, another shot from Palestine goes wide. And that word again, clinicality, that's what it all comes back to. They've just not taken their chances today. Palestine. On another day, they'd have won this game. Maybe not 4-3. You know, a few more things go their way, and this would have been probably a 3-1 Palestine instead of a 3-1 Jordan. But Jordan have just been so much more clinical. Yes, they've had a bit of luck at times, such as the third goal. But the clinicality is one of the most important things in football. There's only one stat that counts. That's goals. And with 6 minutes to go plus added time, it is highly likely that this game is now done. We've had some absolutely brilliant engagement with this watch-along, which has been fantastic. So I just want to say a huge thank you as we go into the last 5 minutes of this game to everyone who firstly has watched at any point, but in particular to those who have engaged consistently throughout and have been involved in the chat as well. It's been great to have you all with us today. Ball swept into the box for Jordan. Palestine clear. Jordan now wanting to assert their dominance and grab a fourth. They move into the penalty box. I think that's going to go out, and it is indeed a goal kick to Palestine. So just want to say thank you to Sanad, Daniel, Alia and Opal for engaging with us in the chat, as well as everyone else who has joined us today. It's been brilliant. We're doing another watch along, not of this tournament. Oh, it's a fourth. Oh my God, that's out of nowhere. That's out of nowhere. It's 4-1 Jordan. How's that gone in? Oh dear, Palestine. Wow. Okay. What happens here? Abu Wada. Oh, Abu Wada just gives the ball away, and the keeper's positioning is horrifically poor. He must be about 25 yards out. And he just basically curls it into the far corner. It's 4-1. What do we think about that, viewers? Plenty of goals. Plenty of goals in this one. It is 4-1. Alia says, let's go. I thought at half-time that Palestine would win the second half. I've been wrong. And again, I've got to come back to that word, clinicality, because I think this is a big statement. I think Palestine have had more shots in this game than Jordan have. Keeper comes out and does well again. Probably my man of the match, Jordan's goalkeeper in this game. I just think any half chance for him to come and claim it, for him to win the ball, I think he's done so. And I think that there's been a few times where if he'd have made a mistake, if there'd have been a bit of a slip, then it would have been a very different game. So my man of the match, despite the fact that Jordan have scored 4 goals, if it wasn't number 7, Zurek, who I think has been brilliant all game. They're checking for a possible penalty. Oh, that will be given. That will be given. There will be a penalty to Palestine, I'm sure about that. I mean, it is a penalty. What do you think about that? If you're watching the game, do you think that that is a penalty? Quickly, before the decision is made, pop that in the chat. I think a penalty will be given here. It's a free kick anywhere else on the pitch. Doesn't make a huge difference to this game. Is that a penalty? That's the question. Drop something in the comments. Do you think that this is a penalty? I believe the check has now been completed. Wouldn't have made a difference to the outcome of the game, because Palestine have let it slip with 2 goals they should have never conceded in the second half. The first half, Jordan dominated the first half an hour. Daniel thinks it isn't a penalty. I understand why he thinks so. See, I've been diluted by the terrible officiating that happens in the English Premier League, where basically that would have been given. I agree with Daniel. I don't think that's a penalty. But I've seen them given, because there isn't really any contact with the ball. But you have to question, it's just a 50-50. I do think it's a free kick somewhere else on the pitch, though. We've just seen the replays of the 4th goal. It's horrific. It's horrific defending. to lose the ball. It's actually Abu Wad, who I thought had a good game. Rashid, the best player for Palestine. Here's a chance for Palestine. Defended well and cleared. Naseeb's played well, actually, at right back as well. And now the counter-attack. If he goes back to his keeper, he might be in trouble here. Wins the throw-in. Jordan have deserved to win this game based on their clinicality, based on their attacking prowess, and based on a few really key performances at the back. Palestine 4-1 is an extremely harsh scoreline for them. They should have scored at least 2, maybe even 3, and shouldn't have conceded 4. But they are out. They will crash out in this game. They've got to be careful here because there's a hint that there could even be a 5th. I think there'll be, 3 minutes added in this game? And, you know, that's more than enough time for Jordan to get another goal as they flood forward. The switcher play is on. They go out wide. They can just keep the ball, to be fair. Switcher play again out to the left-hand side for Jordan. Oh, and they've rolled and they're in behind. There's a chance for a 5th. There's a big chance for a 5th. There's a huge chance for a 5th. And they've wasted it. I think if the scoreline is 2-1, they take that chance and they win that and they score that goal. 4-1, they're probably trying to be a bit too cute, bit too clever. There are 4 minutes of added time. Worryingly, I only see a goal for Jordan at this stage. Palestine looks shattered. And Jordan are in here. Rounded the keeper. Goal! 5-1 to Jordan. As soon as I say it, another goal. It's been unbelievably harsh, this scoreline. They will check it for offside, but I think that the goal will be given. Let's check it from this angle. Oh, he's comfortably onside. The defensive line is all over the place. It's really good composure. Rounds the keeper and popped into the back of the net. The scoreline, really good skill, by the way. Oh, really good. The number 10 for Jordan, who came off the bench. Ooh, he'll be asking for a start, won't he? This has been a scoreline I don't think anyone predicted before this game. It's been an unbelievable... It's been almost a mirror image, really. Jordan dominated the first half of the first half and then were dominated by Palestine. And then Palestine continued to grow into the game at the start of the second. And the last 25 minutes of this game, Palestine have just run out of steam. And it is Jordan 5, Palestine 1. Brilliant result for Jordan. An unbelievable attacking display from Jordan. One last throw of the dice for Palestine. It could be 5-2. It's been a 6-goal thriller. Thanks for joining us, by the way. What a game. 6 goals. What can you say? What can you say about this one? I feel sorry for the man stood over the ball now, Sayam, because I think he's tried really hard all game for Palestine. Both hands go up. He's about to deliver. The line is high. Is this going to be a swirling ball towards the back stick? It is. Any touch on it? No, because guess who's there? The goalkeeper for Jordan, and he springs another counter-attack. Jordan going for the jugular here. They're pushing for a 6th. Ball to the left-back's on. It could be a 6th. There's nothing on at the moment, but they flood forward. It's a brilliant ball out wide. Ball scooped back inside. Naseeb. Oh, they have to decide who wants it. Ball to the back stick. Over everyone, back across goal. Nothing doing. Nothing doing. Thank you to everyone who has joined us. There is about a minute and a half to go in this game. It just adds to the stats for Jordan, but really, what a clinical display. That's the one word that I would use to talk through this. The number 5 for Jordan is down at the moment. Al Arab getting some treatment. 60 seconds to go in this game. Palestine sweep the ball forward for what will probably be the last time. Jordan pick it up. There's huge gaping holes now. Oh, there's huge gaping holes now. Oh, Oh, through ball from Jordan, looking for a 6th goal, but the Palestinian goalkeeper comes out and deals with it well as a sweeper. 30 seconds to go in this game. One last chance for Palestine to restore a little bit of pride to this result. And again, the ball swept into the box, but guess what? No goal. This has been a tale of two sides in terms of clinicality. The referee's checked his watch. He's getting himself set. There's 10 seconds or so to go. The ball goes out for a throw-in, and the referee blows for full time. Jordan have done it. Jordan have reached the quarter-finals of the FIFA Arab Cup. They have beaten Palestine by an incredibly flattering scoreline of 5-1, goals on 82, 86 and 91 in the second half to turn this game from 2-1 and a tightly contested game to 5-1 and what will now look like a battering on paper, whereas the game did not play out like that. Well, if you've been watching along, what did you think about that? I'd love to know your comments. I'd love to know your views. The Palestinians look devastated, and I'm not surprised because they've lost 4-0 and 5-1 in this tournament and drawn 1-1 with a Saudi Arabian side who are, you know, let's face it, not the side that's competing in the World Cup games at the moment. Looks like they're about to have their 1-0 defeat confirmed to Morocco, who will go through top of the group, which means that, of course, Morocco will play whoever comes second out of Algeria and Egypt, and Jordan will play the others, which is fair enough. As we've said already, I don't think that Jordan will progress further. Yes, the next live is for the AFF, Opal. You are absolutely right. Our next live watch-along is for the Indonesia game. Alia, thank you for joining us live from Jordan. It's been brilliant to have you with us. I hope that Jordan do progress. I'd love Jordan to go all of the way and win this. 91st ranked side in the world. They've performed brilliantly today. Very clinical in front of goal. And there's a few moments to go. Opal, you're from Indonesia. You will be watching our Indonesia game on Thursday then. Surely, Indonesia, Cambodia. We will be watching that live as well, which will be great. They're not going to run through the stats. They're going to talk to the two coaches at the moment. So there's nothing else left for me to say other than thank you, everyone, for engaging. Thank you for watching. Thanks to everyone who's been in the chat today. The next live watch-along is for the AFF Suzuki Championships. It is between Indonesia and Cambodia on Thursday. And I was going to say what time then, but obviously it's different for me than it is for all of you. But that will be the next game that we will do. Thanks to all who have watched along. It has finished. Jordan 5, Palestine 1. Don't forget to subscribe and, of course, comment your views on the game. Until next time, everyone. See you later.